Hello, I'm Fritz,
I'm Kelsey.
and we're filming videos for Fritz program, and Kelsey's going to put it up on her YouTube page, and then you can use it after your workouts, link it to friends, or just use it whenever you want. So when we go through these movements, Kelsey's going to take me through a flow that she put together that's created specifically for what I see with your weaknesses and imbalances and whatnot. And if you feel like you need to do more than what the video portrays, feel free to pause the video and get a couple more reps in, timed with your breath, and then start the video when you want to begin again. Sound good?
Yep.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna start in child's pose. So the way that you'll get into that is bringing your knees nice and wide, big toes touch behind you, and then you're gonna sink your hips back and walk your hands forward out in front of you. Perfect. Nice. So from here, what you're doing is getting your sit bones nice and low towards your heels. Start to breathe into your belly. As you start to focus on your breath, you're gonna want to notice that your belly expands. You're gonna take your breath in your belly, then your chest, and then all the way to your collarbones, and you're gonna exhale everything out. This should take about 6 seconds to inhale and maybe about 7 to exhale. And for here, you're gonna be in child's pose for about, let's go 3 rounds of breath. Notice how his knees are nice and wide. He's reaching his fingertips really far forward towards the top of your mat or whatever surface that you're working on right now.
Show from the side too.
Nice. Noticing how his back is flat, his forehead is touching the mat. And you're really sinking your chest nice and low, and feel free to kind of sway your body from side to side to really cozy up into this position. Yeah, just like he's moving here. So feel free, like he said, to pause this video if this feels good. You can continue here and just rest here for as long as you'd like. You're opening up the hips right here and lengthening out your spine. So really good place to be. So now, Fritz, you can start to walk your hands back towards you. And you're gonna bring your hands about a foot away from your knees. A little bit more forward. Perfect. Okay. So from here, we're going into, if you've done yoga before, you're probably familiar with a cat-cow. So this is a child's pose cat-cow. So you're gonna stay in child's pose, Fritzy? Perfect, okay.
I'm listening.
Okay, so we're here. And what you're gonna do is with the flexion and extension, you're gonna inhale, pull your shoulders back, pinch your shoulder blades together, and your exhale is you're gonna press into your mat, whichever surface, and around your back.
I like this one. I've never done this one before.
Good. Inhale, pull through. Nice. See the arch in the back happening? Exhale as he rounds and presses away. So we're working to open up the spine, working on spinal mobility here. And you're going to move with your breath. So your inhale takes you forward. Your exhale moves you back. Awesome. You're going to go through this for about 5 rounds of breath. Once again, feel free to move with this breath longer than just 5. Good. Okay. So now, bringing your knees back together, shifting forward into just a neutral tabletop. And you're gonna bring your hands about a palm print in front of where they are now. Good. Tuck your back toes. Perfect. And then you're gonna lift your hips up. We're gonna move into downward facing dog. So, a few things while we're in downward facing dog. Notice that his legs are not locked out. We don't want to go for any sciatic pain right here. We want to keep a slight bend, and when we bend our knees, our hips are reaching towards the sky. Nice. Okay, so back is nice and flat. There's a little bit of rounding, but that's okay. We want to have just a little. And then your triceps are going to wrap down towards the mat, and your biceps are going to move forward. Okay, so start to extend one leg and bend the other. So I call this pedaling the feet out. This is kind of just warming up your hammies, working through any soreness that you might have.
This is nice.
Yeah. So really rooting into the mat. You're gonna dig all your knuckles into the mat, like you're kind of gripping into sand a little bit. And here we're gonna stay here for about 5 rounds of breath again as you pedal your feet out. Good. Now from here, you're gonna lift your right leg up, reach it towards the sky, and exhale, step it through. You're gonna step
Down
your
the
foot.
middle?
Yeah, step your foot in between your hands. Good. And then you lower your back knee. So we're here. This is just a low lunge position. Notice that Fritzy's knee is right above his ankle. So that's just protecting our knee and our ankle both. So from here, you're gonna let your left hand come to the mat, and you're gonna reach your right arm up. Good. So notice that his shoulder is away from his ear. His shoulder blade is plugged on his back. Perfect. Now, as you inhale, you reach your fingertips nice and high. As you exhale, you're gonna just twist, twisting the thoracic spine to open up. Good. Exhaling everything out. Your inhale reaches you back up nice and high.
I'm sorry. Gotcha.
Okay. There we go. Better view. Okay. So you can kind of see how he's working to stack his shoulders one on top of the other as he exhales, or even past that. Perfect. Inhale, reach back up. Right on top of you, right here. Perfect. Exhale, just twist it out. You're gonna go for 5 rounds of breath here as well. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Good. You might feel this in your outer hip too. Oh, we have a friend.
Uh-oh. Little dog over there.
Okay, so now
tell the viewers what's going on.
Okay, so now what you're gonna do is plant your right hand into the inseam of your right foot. You're gonna step back to downward facing dog and pedal your feet out a little bit more. Good. Pedaling out, just neutralizing the spine a little bit here. Perfect. Now inhale, take your left leg up. We're gonna go into the other side. Exhale, send your foot through. Back knee lowers. Once again, finding that alignment in your body. You're stacking the knee above the ankle. And also it's really important here to tuck your tailbone. We're gonna have like a little added bonus of the hip flexor stretch here. So now you're gonna plant your right hand. Inhale, reach your left arm towards the sky. Perfect. And then coming into that thoracic spine, you're reaching up and exhaling, reaching back. Nice. The spine is nice and long. The crown of Fritzy's head reaches forward, lengthening out all your vertebrae. Good. So same on both sides, 5 rounds. And then you can, like he said before, feel free to pause the video. And then you can step back, downward dog, pedal your feet out. Nice. And then you're going to lower your knees to the mat. We're gonna end up on our back. So you can flip onto your back here.
Like facing this.
Yeah, that's perfect. Go ahead and bring both knees into your chest here. This is also neutralizing out your spine a little bit, just from the twisting. You're gonna keep your right knee, extend your left leg long. Hug that knee up towards the shoulder. Good. So now we're going to go through a little bit of some more breath movement. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale, pull your knee up just one more time. Stay here for your exhale. Your inhale is going to open up your knee. You're going to place your left hand on your left hip. Perfect. Right hand on the inseam of your right knee. Your inhale is here. Now your exhale is going to bring your knee across your body. And you're going to come into what I call a supine twist. Your right arm is going to reach out. You're going to look over your right shoulder. And as you can see, Fritzy's pressing his right knee down with his left hand. That's perfect, that's what you wanna do. Your inhale brings you back over, you're gonna open up. And the reason why we put the left hand there is because the left hip wants to come up. We wanna plug it down right. We wanna plug it down so that you get that maximum mobility in the right hip, groin. Okay. This is really good, so you can go for 5 about at a minimum, but you could go all day if you wanted to, but 5 to 10 is really, really optimal here.
Last one.
Good. Go ahead and go one more time, Fritzy. Perfect. And as exhale, brings them across. Nice. Bring both knees back into your chest. Now we're just gonna switch it out. So keep your left, extend your right. Awesome. Big tight squeeze up. Stay here for your exhale. And then your next inhale is going to open your knee up. Planting your right hand on your right hip. And then exhale, bring it across. Now as you're breathing here and as you're twisting, your breath is super important. When you inhale, you're really inhaling and opening up your hips. And then your exhale is really lengthening out your spine and allowing yourself to twist, almost like you're wringing out like a towel. So the more you exhale, you pause on that exhale, the deeper that twist, and you're gonna find more length in your spine than before. Nice. Let's go one more, just so you can see kind of what's going on once again. Good. So now you're going to lay on your back. My recommendation is just to hug your knees into your chest for a few rounds of breath. Hang here for as long as you'd like, but just to cool down, lengthen out your back, and you might feel this in your flexors a little bit as well. But that's it for now.
Good?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Is it?
We hope you like it. Stay tuned for Yoga Circuit. That was 3, so we're moving on to 4 next. See you soon.
Cool.
Yeah.